Mr. Brown and Addie learn about government. Mr. Brown, I don't understand the three branches of government. Can you help me? Mr. Brown! Fine, I'll help you. But I don't understand what Congress is. Can you describe the House and the Senate to me? What are they? You don't know what Congress is. Well, to answer your question, Congress is a bicameral legislature. There's the Senate and there's the House of Representatives. The House is based on the state's population, while the Senate is based on equal representation. Who/what is the Speaker of the House? That's Paul Ryan. Paul Ryan is a cool dude sometimes. He's third in line to be president. If Trump and Pence die, he's in the winning. But for now, he just makes sure that everything's going real smooth at the House of Representatives. What are three of the powers of Congress? I don't get it. Three powers of Congress? Well, that would be the power to tax, power to borrow, declare war. Could you describe the process of how a bill becomes law? Step 1, the bill is proposed. Then they form a committee. Step 3 is floor debate. Step 4 is the vote. Then it goes to the Senate. The Senate has to vote. Then it goes to the President. The President can either veto or accept the bill. Thank you, Mr. Brown. But I still don't understand the judicial branch. You're asking what a dual court system is? Well, that means that the courts are divided between federal and state. If you break a law created by Congress, then you go to federal court. But if you break a law that's more like a state law, then you just go to state court. What's the difference between federal district and appellate court?
Well, federal district court is where they have the trial originally, and appellate court is where a case is reviewed after a trial has already been conducted.
Also, appellate, reviews the cases. I see. What's the Supreme Court? How many justices are there? How do they decide cases? The Supreme Court is the highest court in the entire country. There are 9 justices on the court, ruled by a Chief Justice. They decide their cases through majority must vote in favor or against. Wait, what's the process of a criminal case? At arraignment, the formal reading of the charges happens. Guilty or not guilty. If you plead guilty, you may be offered a plea deal, which you can accept for a shortened sentence. The trial, a jury is selected. They typically are from the area in which the crime was committed. The prosecutors do their opening statement, then they call witnesses and try the case. The defense has to cross-examine any witnesses. Then the defense calls their own witnesses. The prosecution then cross-examines them. Closing arguments happen. The judge then gives the case to the jury. The jury goes out of the room. They're like, what do I think? Did he do it? And so then they have to vote, and it's usually 12 people, and the jury must be unanimous in criminal cases. A hung jury means that they must drop the case or hold a new trial. The foreperson of the jury argues the case and can ask questions. If you're found not guilty, you're released, but if you are guilty, a sentencing date is set, and the victim's family can speak at the sentencing. The judge reads the sentence, and then you may appeal the court. Finally, Mr. Brown, the executive branch. What is even going on with that? What is the purpose of the executive branch?
The purpose of the executive branch is to enforce the law, Addie, duh.
What are the requirements to be president? Gotta be 35, gotta be a dude, from the U.S., a citizen, and you have to have lived here 14 consecutive years before you run for president. What powers does the president have? He has the power to pardon, to issue executive orders, and to send troops into combat. What powers does the vice president have, and who is the vice president? The vice president can break tie votes in the Senate, and basically other than that, he's just lady in waiting, or president in waiting, in case the president dies or can't fulfill his duties.
Mr. Brown, oh, what big eyes you have.
The bit to see history with.
Addie, you're gonna give me a heart attack. Look at my watch. Look at my heart rate. Are you trying to kill me?